Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Well, so far there's two of you here. So how are you two doing? How you two doing? What's going on? I just want to give it a minute. How you doing, M Cook? You doing good? Yeah, just having a hard time. She's sleeping now. It was rough, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a rough it was a rough time. A rough time for all. So yeah, I just want to give it a second. How you doing, Venna? Venna Styles. Venna Styles. Um let me see something. All right, that's cool. Um I had a haha rough. Yeah, it was. It was really rough. We have been running into each other this way. How you doing, Stacia? How is everybody? Opus, how are you? Valerie, how are you? Penelope, D. Gordon, how is everybody today? Good, 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 good. So, guys, I put up a video, and I know that there's only 19 to us, but a lot of people are going to see this video later, and I just, so this is, I want anybody who wants to talk about the Whitakers. you, it's an open panel. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link. If you come up, all I ask is that you're respectful. Okay? That's all I ask is that you come up here respectful. And we're talking about the Whitakers. We're not talking about Gypsy. We're talking about the Whitakers. And that's who we're talking about. So anybody who wants to come and talk, we could talk about Eric. We could talk about Patrick. I'm not going to sit here and bash other content creators. I really don't want to bash Patrick or Eric as long as we stay to the case. I want to talk about Thanksgiving. So I put up a video, like I said, right? And here is the thing that I just want to bring to people's attention. That was a positive video. And the positive videos get the positive videos unfortunately get the least amount of views. Do you know that? Like it was a positive one. But if I was putting something up there about Eric or Patrick, it would get crazy views. And I was watching a channel talk about how people don't like gossip, but that's not true. They don't like to admit that they like gossip, but that's what they like. Because I don't care whose video it is, if it people are just drawn to negative. People like drama. But then they sit there and they bitch at people for talking about drama. You see what I'm saying? So, and I have to agree with that. I really have to agree with that. I don't want to always talk about bad things. I mean, sometimes there's good to talk about. Sometimes there's a good thing to focus on, and for people to put differences aside and to hopefully try to get something more positive than less positive. All right. So yeah, so my Whitaker's video, no lie, it's been up for 8 hours. It's got less than 600 views. But if it said something that was negative, it would blow up. So it's really too bad. You know what? I want to read you something. It's funny. Emma, thank you. Because this is a segue to what I want to read. This is a segue to what I want to read. So supposedly Leonardo DiCaprio said this on his 51st birthday, or this might have been said on his 50th birthday. So let me read it. DiCaprio was also questioned about how he felt turning 50 in 2024. Leo said, well, it creates a feeling like you have a desire to just be more honest and not waste your time. I can only imagine how the next few decades are going to progress. I look at my mother, for example, and she just says exactly what she thinks and wastes no time. She spends no time trying to fake it. He continued to add, being more upfront and risking having things fall apart, or risk the disagreements, or risk going your separate ways from any type of relationship in life, the personal, the professional. It's that you just don't want to waste your time anymore. You have to just be much more upfront. It's almost a responsibility because much more of your life is behind you than it is ahead of you. So, I didn't know Leo could have so much depth, but that's kind of the way I feel as I've gotten older. You know what I'm saying? But the worst is when I get comments, about why do you have to be so negative? No, I don't, but it's too bad. A lot of people like it, you know? Yeah, well, supposedly he says it. He said it. I read it. We don't know what that means, right? Thank you, Opus. I appreciate you. Please hit the thumbs up. That's great. Good eight. So yeah, it's still a little windy out there. I'm trying not to give Danny a hell of a lot of uh attention because sometimes I think that's what it might just be about. I don't know. We're gonna try to go forward and anyway, hey buddy, what's going on? That's Milo. Um yeah, I know it really does. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So guys, does anybody want to come up? Does anybody want to come up and say anything? My hair's on point. My hair is a point. It's a point for sure. Hey buddy, give me kisses. I should have actually FED'd them, but they got some stuff. Um no, no. Leonardo DiCaprio. I like him as an actor, I have to say. I do like him as an actor. Anyway, it's all freezing in Scotland, 3 degrees, Mad Hatters. It's okay, man. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. I need a sponsor, Scottish sponsor. Scottish, please. Is anybody seriously? The Whitakers, the Thanksgiving, please, the hashtags, and a lot of you have done it. A lot of you have done it, and a lot of you have said some things like, shouldn't the state be on this, or isn't? What we're doing is preparing. Okay, we're preparing because I don't think it's going to be as easy as some of you think, but I don't think it's going to be as hard as some of you think. Hang on 1 second. You can't do this. Now you can't do this. Go lay down right now. Go lay down right now. Right now, mister. Or I'm going to give you a pow pow. Go. Now. Now. I don't hit my dogs. Anyway, so I personally think that it's not going to be as hard as some of us think, but it's not going to be as easy. And here's the thing. If this is what I want you, the barking bothers me though, but I'm glad it doesn't bother you. And I'm sure it bothers other people. Yeah. Yeah, I read it. I read about that, Rhonda. I did a video on that. I read the whole article yesterday. Um yeah, you could say whatever you want. Do you want to come up here and say it? Are you going to be nice? Did you want me to drop a link? Because I did drop a link. Anybody that wants to come up for the Whitakers. Here's the thing that I want to say, guys. Seriously, what I want to say is that it was the voices of the people that I'm convinced got the Whitakers taken away because of what Eric Carroll created, in my opinion, okay? Why can't it be the same voices that try to get them Thanksgiving together? So all we're doing is preparing ourselves for maybe No, I don't think so. Too. Okay, now we got a petition signed. It's going to look bad if you let all these people know that they can't have Thanksgiving together. Do you understand? So that's right now, that's what we're doing. Okay? That's what we're doing. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for anybody? No, no noise bothers you. It must bother them though. I don't think it should matter that it. What are you saying, Opus? You don't think it should matter that what? They should be together at the holidays. Absolutely, it's in my opinion that they should be together for the holidays. And maybe it's going to be something as, of course, they're going to be together. Or maybe it's going to be, no, we need to check on things. And then maybe through that, we can get enough people so that it makes them look bad and pressures them to allow them to have a family holiday. That is me, Toddy. I don't sugarcoat crap, not to change, so, but I got to ask this about BJ. She must be getting nervous now that the copper penny is not being produced. I don't have a clue. I mean, I don't have a clue. Last I heard about BJ, she was sober for a few days and she has been sober. Eric created so much drama. I wish Patrick never hooked up with Eric. It was Eric that hooked up with Patrick, unfortunately. They said they should be together every day. Yeah, yeah. As long as nobody, yeah, there's a few people that know where they're at. Rhonda, yep. A few people that know where they're at. Jamie, are you in here? Did anybody see Mo Cunny and Mayhem? Oh, I get it, man. Trust me, I feel you. I feel you. But I do. I was kind of hoping that you guys could that maybe somebody would come up and talk. A lot of people want to talk in the comments, and that's fine. And a healthy debate is fine too, as long as we do it respectfully. I support them being as a family. Okay, but you know what the thing is that let's just get them Thanksgiving together. And listen, wouldn't it be great to have music there, live music there, and real Thanksgiving with it really catered? Nobody's asking for money. Nobody's asking for money. This is already done. It's really weird because I spoke to her. Let me find out where she's at. Are you gonna ever come back? Are you coming? So I don't know. I was just talking to her. So my emotions run high when I see them torn apart. I get it. How would you like it? How would you like it if somebody came in and just decided how you should live? Right? How would you like that? I don't know what Danny's doing in there, but I hear her. Go see what your sister's doing, buddy. Um, I don't know where she's at. Well, that's certainly not live. Okay, well, nobody sees you. There you go. That would be such a boost to their spirits and health if they had that to look. Exactly. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't that be great if they could do that? Hold on a second. I need to see where my dog is. Right behind me, sitting there like it. Shut up, Milo. Sitting there like an angel right behind me. So I don't know what I thought I was hearing in the other room, but that's okay. She's right behind me. Are the three in a facility together? I've heard that yes, they are. I heard that they are. So that's what I heard that they are together. Um I don't know if that's true because here's the thing, I don't want to see any pictures. I wish somebody would come out and speak on their behalf, somebody that we could trust, somebody who spoke for the state, somebody that spoke on somebody that had that we could believe and trust, that would say, hey, this is where, not, I don't want to know where they're at. We don't need to know where they're at, but they're all together, they're safe, they're going to have a great Thanksgiving together, and we're working on getting Betty in with us. That would make me happy. I would be happy. No, I don't need any more pictures of them. I would just like to know that, you know? Yeah, like somebody from the state would be okay. I can't say if they're a crook or not, but at least somebody that knows what they're talking about, because I get a lot of information, right? I really do. I get a lot of information. I don't share it because I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I agree, but let's get them Thanksgiving. Let's just get them Thanksgiving. I'll be happy with them just coming on Thanksgiving. Guys, can I ask you a question? What did you guys think of Brian Cody? And I'm not here to rip Brian Cody off. I just am asking a question. What do you think if Brian Cody would have came on with the way he ended the stories? If he would have said, hey, listen, I'm asking for $1, and I promised to give the Whitakers, because I live right by him. He did the video of so here's how we can make it happen. I want you guys to use the hashtag that I told you about. Just start with the hashtag, okay? Because the person that's making the phone call today will get back to me later with the answer and what's the next step. But I wanted to be prepared. Hashtag doesn't cost anybody anything. It really takes no time at all. And if we look it up, we can see how many people are already there with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted some identifying mark about that. So it should read this. It should be Whittaker, not Whitakers. Whittaker Thanksgiving 2025. That's what the hashtag should say. And the more you put it on there, the more attention it's going to get, right? And then if these people say no, and it's going to be hard, we'll have a little bit of maybe muscle, voices, and then we would be willing to maybe get a petition. Do we need a petition? Maybe that's what's going to be said. Do we need a petition to get this happening? Okay, well, here we've already started something. We've already started. So again, this is just preparation, just getting us ready if we need anything. Worst thing that happens is it's Whitaker's Thanksgiving 2025, which is nothing. So if everything goes great, you know what I'm saying? So on the Facebook, yeah, I was talking about on the Facebook thing with Brian Cody. If he would have come up to you and not come up to you, but if he would have put that out there and said, listen, I'm going to help the Whitakers, regardless of how much he makes, like not the 50,000, but if he would have just said, um, you know, this is the way I'm going to do it, don't you think he would have been better off than what had happened? Don't you think he would have been better off and might have actually had accomplished something? I'm asking you guys seriously. If he would have just been humble and said, listen, man, I'm having problems too. Like it's hard in the world. I don't lie about it. I'm not even being humble. I'm being real, man. It's fucking hard. You guys go $21 for how many rolls of toilet paper? Like shit. Literally shit. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like it's expensive. So had he have been just upfront about that and said, listen, and yeah, I'm going to work for the Whitakers, but I mean, don't you think that would have mattered? Don't you think Anybody could have done this to really help the Whittakers if they would have gotten out of their own friggin' greed. That's the truth. That's the God's honest truth. I mean, they all could have helped the Whittakers. They all could have made a little bit of money. It's ridiculous. How do you know that? How do you know that? So would you like to come on and tell us how you know that, or I could drop the link if you'd like. There's people that have already spoken to them, Marshmallow. People have already spoken to people. Um, yeah, it is. It is. It screwed up everything, and misinformation. Misinformation screws up things. You know. Cardboard sign. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough because he could have actually helped. I think they could have gotten help. You know, I think that they definitely could have gotten some help had they have. Shit, everybody needed to handle it a bit better. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. What I'm doing for these people. Yeah, that's true too. I thought he did have a job. I heard he did have a job, and I heard unfortunately he doesn't have one anymore. And I don't. I've heard two different stories about that. It's none of my business, you know. But he didn't portray himself in the right light, and hopefully he's learned that. You know, he's old enough to learn. He should be humble at this point, in my opinion. You know, because humility would have helped him. But he didn't have that. He thought he had all the answers and he wanted to act like some sort of hotshot. Then people looked into his past and he looked stupid. And, you know, listen, first of all, you don't behave like that even if you don't have a past. Well, again, people are paid for their time. So I didn't have a problem with anybody making money helping the Whitakers, but taking all their money and not helping them and leaving them in the situation they're in is a horrible thing. I had a huge problem with that. I said, and this is the way that I stood on it. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm not going to change, you know, history. I'm going to tell you what I said. What I said was I didn't care if the Whitakers got a house for $200,000, if it was safe, if it was good, if it was something that they could keep up and maintain, and they could all live together happy and healthy. Then I didn't care if Eric and Patrick made 500,000, as long as the Whitakers got what they were promised. And that's the way I felt about the situation. But they didn't. They didn't get it. And somebody got about 500,000. Probably not that much, but I bet you about 300. I bet you about 300,000. So, yeah, no, what he did was he just asked for money. Absolutely. He just asked for money. I think Patrick has stepped aside, but I did not hear that from him. Uh, well, we did. He did. He put it in a Facebook, right? After what happened with getting the car back, he said that he was stepping aside. So he has, but he needs to give them their money. You know, he needs to give them their money. Man, you must have a lot of clothes, Howard. How you doing? I am all for the Whitakers. I grew up with no running water, much like them, and I now I'm retired, but I worked in healthcare all my life. I get the HIPAA laws thing. So do I. So do I. I get the HIPAA laws. I was a drugs counselor. I get the HIPAA laws. I get it. Talk about take your money and run. Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. Um, I don't think the authorities would not tell them. I don't blame them for not saying. It's none of our business, right? Where they're at. Absolutely. And you know what? I don't know. I've never asked. I've had people offer to give me their phone number and I don't want it. You think that they need another phone call from somebody who's far away? Hi, how's the weather there? Danny, come here, bud. Danny. I don't know that they've been banned from seeing them. We haven't gotten a lot of information. I've shared with you everything I can. I've not kept anything back from you guys. You know, the things that I can't share with you or that I don't share with you, either I cannot or I don't know it to share it. I'd be spreading rumors. Hang on one second. Danny. Hang on, guys. Let me give her some Benadryl. You're so silly. You're so silly. Here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Do they know their location? Um, I I believe that they do, but I don't know that for sure. You know that they went for to a visitation hearing. You know that, right? Because Patrick said that he had taken them or that they were going to court for a visitation hearing. I don't know anything after that. So, what are we talking about over here, Jamie? I want to read you guys something. No, she's not sick. She's just skittish. The attorney is a good question since it would be okay. Don't yeah, I know, but this is getting to be an everyday thing with her now, and it's not good in my opinion. You know, like I don't know if it's attention or I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to read you something, and I put this in the last video. Okay, so this is a case study. To all who just assume that the family is better off with APS, we are all human. The information below doesn't cover the trauma of being removed at age 70 plus, confusion, or a broken heart. There have been several cases where APS, Adult Protective Services, or related agencies have been found to violate the rights or neglect the well-being of individuals in their care. Some examples are class action lawsuits, abuse and neglect cases. Investigations have revealed instances of physical abuse. Guys, this is the stuff that I talked about. Inadequate guardianship. Courts have found cases where guardians or conservators appointed by APS have mismanaged finances, lacking proper care planning, insufficient oversight. Danny, come here. Come here now. Um, Guys, I had put this up in a video, in the last video I put up. So that's what I'm saying. Of course, it's just like CPS, same frigging group. So that's what I'm saying. It's not up to who is to say that they're better off where they're at. I mean, who has the crystal ball? I don't have a crystal ball. Who has the crystal ball to know for a fact if they are safe? So I hate when people come in and say that. You know, I mean, here's what I do know. They weren't bothering anybody. They weren't bothering anybody. Milo, you better stop it. I'm going to give you to the chat and they're going to eat you up. I got to give them something to eat. So I'm sorry. Just hang on. You have a statement that the three are together in a facility or a place would be nice. It's nice for us to think that way because some of us that made phone calls and I didn't, it makes us feel less guilty. And I know that people made phone calls thinking that that not yet, Tina. I'm sorry. What was I saying, son? I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Most are understaffed and they don't want to be there. I mean, that's the problem. They weren't hurting anybody. You know, there was somebody in my comments this morning that lived in a tent in West Virginia. Should the state fuck with them? How about let's get people places to stay. Stop it. Let's get people places to stay as opposed to criticizing people for the way that they're staying. Because unfortunately, this country right now put us out on our ass and don't care. The reason why they cared was because a bunch of people had eyes on things. And because of that, they had to act. I'm asking that those same eyes make them have a Thanksgiving together. That's all I'm asking. Guys, let me, I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to do this, Milo. How am I supposed to feed you and stay on this? Huh? It's not treats. It's not, they actually want to eat. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. They should never let anyone film them. You know what? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't mean to be rude, but that's yesterday. I mean, we got to keep going with what we're going to do today. I don't think they're going to get filmed in the future, and I don't need to see them filmed. Read that comment. Imagining what ifs that person this morning is living in a town. I'm telling you, I know. Exactly. Exactly. And it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. I'm glad you're having a good time with my dog. No, Milo does not. It's Danny that needs it. All right, listen, I'm gonna talk to you from afar, but I'm not gonna be too far. Jamie, could you read the chat, please, and talk in the comments while I feed these dogs, please? You guys are killing me. Put you out of business is what's gonna happen here. And then I don't know how you're gonna eat ever. I mean, imagine. These are the people that give you treats. These are the people that give you treats and take care of you. Well, I mean, I take care of you, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? All right, I'm coming. I just got to give them their shit. Dog food. All right. Here, Milo. Stop. Here we are. I'll tell you what. Here we go. Thank you. Here you go. There you go. Here you go. Here you go, Danny. Here you go. Here you go. There you go. Pretty girls. There you go. Enjoy. Have a good one. Danny, eat your dinner. Stop messing around now. Eat your dinner. Stop messing around now. Then eat your dinner. Eat your dinner. Eat your dinner. Eat it. Danny. Hey guys, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I hate when content creators do that, but I don't know what to do about them. I'm just having a hard time with them. I'm really sorry. I'm glad I make you laugh. Does anybody want to come up here and talk? I mean, this was an open panel, guys, where Danny, eat your dinner. Eat your dinner, because Milo's not going to eat it. He's going to go over there and try to eat your food, and I'm going to get upset. Danny, eat your dinner. Man, she's just standing. I have 2 dogs. No, no. You know what it is that Milo knows that I can't deal with this shit when I'm doing this. So he barks until I get really mad at him. And then he goes, but Danny's just standing there and she's got a whole thing of food where Milo's just finishing his and I can't let him eat hers. So I'm going to have to get hers and we're going to call it a day. I'm done. So this is it. You're going to eat one time again. You're going to eat one time again today. And that's that. One time. Milo, go lay down. We're done. I'm done. Go lay down. Both of you. So, anyway, anyway, I'm trying to see, excuse me. Okay. Guys, anybody have anything to say about the Whittakers? I mean, like, you guys talk a lot in the comments, and I'm asking you if you want to come up here and talk. Penelope, are you here? I think there is somebody. They won't. You need to connect your mic and camera before you can come on. They will need to connect their mic. Penelope, if you put your mic and camera on, we can shut your camera off, but you got to put your mic on. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. No, not that I know of. He hasn't. He did talk. He did try to address the situation. Didn't he speak on the 3rd or the 8th of October? Didn't he talk? I'm pretty sure he spoke on the 3rd or the 8th of October. Bye, Howard. Yeah, so they already got marrow bones. They just got marrow bones. That's why I wasn't crazy about giving them food right away. They just got marrow bones. So, no, they're not going to get any more. They're because, no. Danny, get down. I already know she's trying to climb out a window. There's no window, but anyway. So I don't have anything to say, guys. I hate for this to be a bust, but I just don't understand because some of you want to talk and address things in comments. And when I say, please talk to me here, it's not for anybody to fight about. I mean, it's just to ask questions. So it's too bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, you ready, Penelope? So I have Penelope up here. Hi, Penelope.
Hi,
how you doing?
Well,
thank you.
Can you hear me?
I'm good. How are you? Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for coming up.
Oh, it's really nice to come up and speak to you, Toddy.
So you're from Scotland?
I am, Toddy.
Are you the one that sent me the shirt?
Yes.
Okay, did you see that I held it up the other day?
No, I missed it. Send me the link.
Yeah, no, I did. I held it up. I think I just put it in the wash actually. But Anyway, I did get it, and I held it up in the live stream. So there's a bunch of people here saying hello. Hang on just 1 second while I
Hi,
take that
guys.
star. I'm really sorry about that. So, Danny, so what were you gonna say? What can we say? What can we talk about the Whitakers? Clearly, is there anything you wanted to say about the Whitakers or anything?
Well, because I'm from Scotland, I don't understand the background, the government background things. So when you say that the government took them or where they went, I'm unsure.
Okay,
Obviously,
right. Uh, so we're not sure why the government took them. From my understanding, it was because of the house. It wasn't
yeah,
because of that I'm aware of. It wasn't because of the BJ allegations. As a matter of fact, I heard something today that kind of verified that it wasn't about that. So to me, I heard it was about the house. However, there's a lot of people that live worse than the Whitakers. I mean, we have this show called Hoarders, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but people live absolutely in horrible conditions. And the police don't come in. What happened was Eric Carroll, in my opinion, created a situation that called urgency and made people react because of potential lawsuits if something could happen, I would assume. And that's why they acted and they came in and took the family. And I don't know how the United States works anymore. And I don't want to get political, but I mean, if you've watched any news, you've seen people on the streets and harassing people that look of a you know Spanish and asking them where they're from because they could deport and have deported, unfortunately, some wrong people that they shouldn't have. So, what can happen in the United States and what should happen in the United States, I don't know that they're the same thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was they acted upon something, and in the meantime, uh, I guess to protect the situation while they investigate, they took 3 of the family in state's custody for their own good. And that's all that I could figure out, and that's all that I could know.
it's such a shame, Toddy.
It is.
It's
Oh, it absolutely is, because it's, again, they've been living like that for 70 years.
exactly. And they're a family, regardless of who thinks they're not living their best life. I mean, everybody lives a different way.
Yeah, everybody lives a different way, and they weren't bothering anybody. Like they weren't bothering anybody, and that's the worst bit of it all, where they were sitting there, you know, watching people on their porch. Like their whole life
Mhm.
existed on their porch, and when they were able to go out and do things, they weren't bothering people. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Morticia. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, you know, so I just feel like there's just been so many, and I get this, but I showed plenty of videos where there wasn't anything on his pants. The worst time was when Mark Leda, and it was at the very beginning, because the later videos where he's with them, he's not like that. And it's easy for people to say things, and he needed help. Ray needed help. He's not still in the hospital. I don't think he's still in the hospital. 2 people have told me he's not in the hospital anymore. So again, we don't have any proof, again, there should be like a spokesperson, because the family has a lot of love and there's a lot of people that are concerned about them. So they should at least have a spokesperson their lawyer, a state person, somebody that is going to speak for them and just let people know, yeah, they're okay. They're going to be okay. They're not, they don't need to let us know where they're at, but just, you know, there's no sound. I have sound, right?
I can hear you, Todd.
Yeah, okay. So Kathy's saying that there's no sound. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know, Kathy. I think it's you this time. So yeah, that's what I know. That's what I know about it. So you would there's nothing that would happen like that in the UK. First of all, I know for a fact that, tell me if I'm wrong, because I've said this. Don't do it because you're asking for trouble, Danny. There's no reason, Danny. Hold on. There's no reason.
Hashtag Whittaker's Thanksgiving 2025, guys. Push it out.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, if this keeps happening, I'm gonna have to call this quits, and I don't know, give her away or something. I'm not gonna give my dog away, but I'm like frustrated. I don't sleep. We don't sleep. I just don't know what to do with this dog. There's no reason for this. I don't get it. Um, who's the state rep for West Virginia? I don't know. State representative for West Virginia? I don't know. Let me see. I don't want everybody calling. Let's do this. I don't want anybody making any phone calls because we have somebody making a phone call. So I don't want everybody over flooding things. Nobody's asking for any money, so nobody needs to check on anything. All I'm asking for is a hashtag, and that is just preparation in case we need something. Danny, enough! I that's all that I want right now is for that to take place. It might be something very easy, that we might very well, they might already have something planned. People have said, well, maybe they already have something planned. Okay, well, maybe they'll get even a nicer Thanksgiving because there's people willing to spend $30 a plate on them right now and them have a really nice Thanksgiving with some music. Maybe that can happen for them. Maybe this could be their best Thanksgiving in a really shitty end to a year. I don't know. Danny, what are you doing? You have to stop. You have to stop. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to continue on with this. I apologize. I'm so sorry. She's just not going to let this go, and I don't know what to do about her. So I'm going to have to call this and apologize. Penelope, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I'm sorry to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do my live streams anymore because, like, I just can't do this. I'll tell you that. All right. Anyway, that please, guys, could you just do the hashtags? Just do the hashtag. And as soon as I know something, and I'm hopeful that I'll know something today, and I'll just put a short video up as soon as I know something. I don't know what else to do. I'm sorry, Penelope. I would have said goodbye to you. I certainly was going to say goodbye to you. Guys, I am going to say goodbye to you because I'm going to take care of the situation now before she breaks something or herself. I'll see you later. Thank you. Sorry.